Valentina, and perhaps something else here on the board.
I mean, we saw multiple diverse bans in the first phase. Sometimes Benedetta comes to the ban. So let's see here, Todak. They might. Oh, so Amon. So perhaps 1-1 might come into play here in our first game.
This is what I love about MPLI. It doesn't seem like it's a prio ban no longer. It's just respect across the board. Anything can be prio depending on which team you're going against. And it does seem like Todak recognizes the fact that Kyrie is a huge driving force in Onic ID right now with 2 respect bans towards him. And we're going to see the Valentina being banned away by Onic, respecting that from Todak as well. One last ban here in the first phase.
So Todak is in a bit of a situation here. They are forced to ban that Faramis out or 1-1 or left both heroes open. Todak taking their time for their final ban here. What do you think?
I mean, remember, even if they want to go for those bans, Onic Esports, they do have the option to pick up someone like the Grok or even the Gushin in the first phase.
That's true.
So we're going to see. But the Paquito is actually going to be the choice here. And I do believe this is a respect ban towards Boots or even Kyrie at this point, right? Very difficult to tell as now we're going into the first pick from Onic Esports. Who are they going to be prioritizing, realizing that the 1-1 is up and available to grab for themselves?
I think the 1-1 is just the more expensive trade here. So, yeah, Onic Esports will pick up the 1-1 here, but you're right, the Gushin and as well as perhaps Grok is still open. Remember, a lot of heroes actually here. Prio from side of Todak. So.
It's a lot, and usually when we see Todak play, they usually go for the Akai and the Faramis in the first phase, but look at the respect ban as well coming in from Onic, right? Those 2 heroes have been banned away, so the question is, what exactly are they going to choose this time around? You did mention the Gushin, the Grok is still up for grabs. Perhaps even someone like the Cho can be used. But we're going to see. It really depends on what type of playstyle they want to go for here.
Benedetta, let's not forget about Benedetta as well. Very popular here in MPLI 2022. And it's going to be the Matilda and as well as the Gushin here. So Benedetta can be grabbed by Onic Esports here. So with this, I feel like Matilda and Gushin Todak, they are playing around the early game. But do remember that this Gushin is still a flexible pick.
Yeah, and this requires Todak to snowball in that early game, right? They can't allow this 1-1 to scale. And they can't leave CW alone either in that lane, right? Because even if you're leading and you don't punish CW, he always has the ability to farm himself up to the point, even though he's behind, to have that impact in the mid towards that late game. But in response to the Matilda and the Gushin being picked up by Todak, we do see a Lolita being picked up. And this is interesting, right? Lolita's popularity has really risen in the ranks. But they are going to go for the comfort pick, the safe pick in the Esmeralda for Boots.
Soft counter towards the Matilda as well, who regenerates shield. But oh my god, Todak! They do not care, even though Boots picked up that Esmeralda first. They're saying, we don't care. We are still going to use this Phobius to counter that annoying 1-1. Now, is that a wise move?
That's the question. Is that wise? It's a risky play, right? Huge risk here. Sure, perhaps, depending on where this Phobius lanes, it can play a huge factor. But against the Esmeralda in lane, that Phobius is going to just cry out of misery.
Even so, right, if this Phobius is going to the gold lane, in the early game, it's a non-factor without the Demonic Force. So I guess, again, a risk here. Todak in putting, I guess, they want to gamble it in the first game. Onic Esports, you're right. They're going to ban out the Irithel.
I would have thought they picked up the Irithel for that third pick. Because that's what we commonly see, right? When you see a 1-1 being picked up in that first phase, the opponent usually picks up the Irithel to counter the 1-1 in lane to prevent that from scaling. Because we mentioned about CW scaling into that late game. But no, Todak goes for this choice. And we're going to see if this is going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the team, right? You see the Karina being banned away, once again respecting Kyrie. 4 bans arguably, for the man himself.
Right.
The Filipino representatives, and this is something that we were talking about off stream as well, right? Even though the Philippines have been knocked out of MPLI, they are still representatives of the Philippines, like Kyrie.
We still have Kyrie from Onic, and we still have Baloy and Jana for Geek Fam. So again, PH viewers, don't go anywhere. Support your country. But Onic Esports will commit to the gold laners here. Bruno as well as Earthel eliminated Todak. Chiku, guys, in particular, what is he gonna use?
The hero that he's used in the past that has not been banned away is probably the Claude. But in this composition, do you think it'll work?
With the Lolita, it's quite hard. It's going to be a challenge here for Claude. But again, not much option here, not much choice for side of Chiku. But Martis, a very good and popular pick nowadays.
Does this mean that the Gushin is a mid laner here?
Most likely.
Most likely.
Let's see for the first and last pick. But Onic Esports, to complete their draft, they need magical burst here. So a hero perhaps for Drian. And I feel like against this comp, Lilia might work.
I don't think it might. It works really well, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I think this is the hero that is the safest pick as well for Onic in particular. And because Martis was taken from Kyrie, they also need to choose what jungle they want to put in. So Lilia, like you mentioned, is going to be the choice for Onic here for Drian. But who is Kyrie going to be playing?
Yomord.
Value in me.
Nice.
Oh, Fredrin.
Oh, Fredrin.
Oh,
Wait.
So Fredrin jungler.
Fredrin jungle or Esme jungle?
I feel like Fredrin.
I think Fredrin would be better, right? Because you need the Esmeralda to counter that Phobius in lane.
True. Two fighters here, it seems like, but I do personally feel like this Fredrin would be put in the jungle position. Todak here, last pick, they seem to take their time.
They need range, honestly. Honestly, right? Because Fredrin works so well against melee heroes, which arguably most of Todak is.
So if they need range, Todak might work. But no Brody, yeah, I guess they want to fill that range with that Torn Apart memory. It might hit multiple members with a very fair range as well. So this is going to be 10 heroes that will enter the Land of Dawn. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work out. I've never seen Fredrin in the jungle position before. Like, what do you...
See. Well,
is it actually Fredrin jungle?
when there's no switch from side of
There's
Onic
no
Esports,
switch?
so I guess it is confirmed that Boots will play that Esmeralda. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your support in the live comments. Is it hashtag GoOnic or hashtag Todak Langgar?
Is it the Filipino rep in Indonesia in Onic Esports, or are you voting for Todak from Malaysia? That is going to be the question here, as both of these teams have come up with very peculiar drafts, and we're gonna see how it pans out in the Land of Dawn as we jump into the portal. Gonnie, take it away.
Land of Dawn, we go. Game 1 between the Swordfish and as well as the Porcupine. Who will strike first, ladies and gentlemen? Again, cast your votes, cast your support in the live comments, spam it, and let's see. Enjoy, and, well, I want to see action in Game 1.
Again, I love MPLI. It's just so many things that you don't expect just happening here. And you can see that both junglers, very peculiar junglers as well, both Martis and Fredrin have opted for that Demon Slayer emblem. So we're going to see who is going to be able to clear those jungles faster and rotate faster. Because when we're talking about composition, I do believe that Onic does have an upper edge, realizing that Drian is on Lilia, who isn't reliant on that level 4 to have fast clear.
All right, so let's see here the approach. Oh, top side here, Chiku. Let's be careful here. Chiku still has that flicker, still holding it in. With the cover of Humes, Chiku is still comfortable to farm in the top side.
Oh, and like we mentioned, right? They've actually swapped the lanes out. The Phobius is actually going to be in the gold lane, whereas Chiku is forced in that top side against that Esmeralda because of the weak lane for the Phobias, but even then, we mentioned that the Phobias needs to be able to get to that level 4 before he has any impact in the game and before he can punish that 1-1 in the lane. But as you can see here, Todak already being very aggressive. Samo forced a flicker here in the earlier minutes of the game, but he's going to go down with the first blood. The rotation doesn't stop there. Here it is going to be 1v4 situation, but oh no, Bolts is going to be the second casualty as Todak really picking up the pace here in the second minute of the game.
My goodness, we are truly seeing the long guard style here in play in the first few minutes. But Kyrie says something in the river there, dealing damage on towards Moon and forced him to retreat. But my goodness, an action-packed early game we got, folks, from Todak.
3 members from the side of Todak. They're very low, so they don't really have the better setup in this kind of position. But as you can see here, Boots already trying to zone Chiku, guys. He's going to be taken down, but not just yet, as he still does have the flicker. It does seem like Onic Esports does have the more better moment and as well as the setup, as they are going to be the ones to be able to control the objective and take the turtle for themselves.
Well, do note that Kyrie does not use the Retribution earlier, so he is going for this invade with Retribution in hand. Let's see who will grab it. No, it's still going to be Rival here. So Todak here now. Careful. Oh, Yume still escaping that one, but Onic Esports responding with that neutral objective very, very well.
Very well, and if you guys want to farm like Todak, even though that they lost the turtle but still has the gold lead, you guys can check out HSBC to level up your farming game in-game and outside of the game. And with the farm that you are able to obtain, you guys can check out Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 5G for an unrivaled gaming experience.
Again, the tempo has gone down slow here. After that first kill initially from Todak, seems like Onic Esports now, they are really calculating and taking their time to perhaps find a right and engage. But folks, be energized like a winner with Omne. Every day, your way here. Download it free on the app, on the Play Store or Google Play.
So far, both teams are trying to tone down the tempo, and Onic Esports, they were left to kind of respond to the momentum that Todak has built for themselves. But as you can see here, man, Chico just not having a good time in the lane, right? He's getting punished. He does have the torn apart memory, but because he hasn't reached that power spike, he isn't going to deal as much damage against the Esmeralda, especially earlier on. But here in the mid side, you can see the taunt already happening. Noonan Blast Flicker does not connect, and it's actually going to be them being able to get away for now. Total disengage for both of the teams. No casualties here in the 4th minute.
Very good display of mechanics there by Moon and as well as Chiku. Well, I guess from Yumes there in the mid side. They didn't get caught. And well, now Onic Esports here. Take a look at top side already again with the invade. Let's see, will it work or not? Todak responding with a Retribution, so it's a free turtle.
It really is. I mean, 4 members already in that area. Yume's even trying to open up vision, but it's not going to happen at this point. Onic is going to be able to have control over all the objectives against Todak, but Todak, they're able to get more trades in terms of those kills. But right now, still quite equal. The gold lead just shifting back and forth for the moment, as we are still waiting for initiation coming in from Todak to pick up the pace in the 5th minute.
All right, it's going to be a rotation here by Todak towards the bot side. Boots again needs to be careful here. 3v2. Rion is there to back him up. Rival with anti-CC. Chico with the flicker as well as a defense, but no casualties on the board.
Mirror play setup is happening as well in the top side, but like the bottom side, they're not able to get anything out of it just yet. It does seem like they want to prioritize that lane, but look how much damage Chico, guys, is going to be receiving as that bloom damage, that burst coming in from the Lilia in the early game is going to be very felt. We do see that Yumes is trying to escape with his life, but in a 2v1 situation, he might get caught here. And as you can see, they're diving under the turret. They have to be careful. Still Black Shoes to deny the damage from the turret, and Yumes is still able to get out with his life.
But guess what? Todak responds back off camera, taking down CW, so it's a fair change. I mean, the Chiku guys went down bot side, CW went down top side. Again, we got a very, very even match here in our first game at there now. Let's take a look at the items here. Samo, realizing that a lot of magical damage is in the side of Todak, so he is going to opt for that Athena first item. Let's see, will CW get the DHS in time here?
It's kind of difficult, right? Because if we take a look at Chiku, guys, right, his gold is quite behind at the moment. He has not yet been able to get even his first item, so he is gonna have a hard time in that lane. But you can see Todak already rotating towards his top side. Boots is trying to put up a fight here in a 2v3 situation, as the damage is going to be able to follow up. Chico, guys, with the guiding way, able to escape for now, as Kyrie is still looking for an engage on that. But look at the tornado power memory. He's going to be able to get Kyrie down, and that's going to be a pickoff for Todak.
Oh my god, Onic Esports, they fall short in that exchange. Plus, Todak taking the turtle. The last one, CW now being the recipient of that demonic force. And my goodness, what an outplay by Chiku, guys, there early on. With that guiding win, he is able to survive and take down Kyrie.
I mean, there's a reason why he's the highlighted player from Todak, and you saw exactly why that was possible. And even while that was happening, Todak was actually able to get a turtle in that bottom side. So 2,300 gold lead for them right now, as Onic is being outplayed and outmaneuvered in this early game. Oh, CW?
Oh my god, bot side. The dagger does not connect there, but now Moon is in trouble. Samo is on that manhunt. Not enough range to close the gap. But top side, my goodness, Boots. 1 HP, surviving that one. But that creates a lot of space for Chiku, guys, to take this third down. Now, Jian dealing the damage. Momo is there to back him up. But Chiku, guys, with the passive from Yumes, is able to survive that one. What a play by Todak.
What a play by Todak, and what support coming in from Yumes, right? Because those outplays would not be happening without it being done on the back of Yumes' guiding win, and he's been able to just really protect Chiku, guys, and to get him to that power spike. And you can see the towers from Onic Esports in the 8th minute falling like flies. Onic Esports, up until this moment, they have not found an answer to the aggression that Todak has given to them.
I mean, it's just so hard to close the gap on towards Chiku, guys. Mind you, he has that mini stun and as well as Yumes to cover him. And now on top side here, perhaps we might get a little bit of action. But it seems like both teams here doesn't find the right opening. Oh, Moon. Moon is in the right positioning. Take a look at the burst damage there. Killing spree secured. CW taken down. And now at the mid side, a lot of action. Chiku, guys, fall short as well. Both marksmen taken down. And my god, both teams, they want war rival here with the anti-CC. Momo popping that demonic force as well. Oh, Numium Blast might catch one, but no, does not connect. But Momo here needs to be careful. Again, guiding win. Just make him escape.
Oh no. Are they gonna commit onto this without their gold laners? But look at this, Boots goes in with his ultimate here on the 3 members, and that's gonna force Moon to actually back away. Onic Esports gonna be able to buy a little bit more time before they go in for the contest. CW already up, already in the vicinity as well, as they are going to reset their initial setup, because they do have to focus and clear those side lanes first if they want to contest on this against Todak.
Goodness me. Todak here, they were ahead almost 3K, but somehow Onic Esports decreasing the deficit here. Almost only a 1,000 gold lead now for the Malaysian side. Let's see though, CW is still focusing on farming, who is sitting at a 0-2-0, so not a fun game for CW.
Right now, Todak is able to manipulate the lanes better in the bottom side. You can see that Brody's already pushing there. But all the while, Onic being able to push that top side and actually get a turret out of it. So in that particular area, it does seem like Onic has a little bit of an advantage. But we're going to see Boots forced to go to that bottom side to clear those lanes as well. As once again, they are going to have to reset this Lord. But it does seem like Rilo, he might commit onto this.
Let's see here, Yumes taking a lot of damage here. 13,000 HP for that Lord. Circling Eagle on towards Rian by Yumes as well. And Chiku, guys, jumps in. Take a look at Samo taking the damage there. Low HP for him. And Momo jumps forward here. Jumps for the commit. Will he be taken down? Yes, he will. And now take a look at the river. You can see here a lot of action going on. Yumes forced to flicker as a defense. Kyrie very low here. Gets taken down, but CW finds the marksman of Todak. At the end of the day, it's going to be 2v1, 2-for-1. Boots needs to be careful. Oh my goodness, Onic Esports losing out on that trade.
Yeah, 2-for-1 trade, and that's going to be the jungler as well. So Todak with rivals still standing. They're going to actually be able to get this Lord supposedly without contest. Of course, unless Drian and Boots has anything to say to this. But of course, it might be a little bit too much, too risky for them. They don't want to go in for that risk. So it's just going to be Todak with the first Lord secured with a 2,000 gold lead here in the 11th minute. It's looking very difficult for Onic Esports unless they can find a moment for CW to pop that crossbow of Tang and take these members down. But Momo's having a really good time so far. It might not be as easy.
I mean, Moon as well, 401 here on that Gusion. So again, his impact as an anchor in the mid lane is just very evident here. Meanwhile, Drian also with a 2-0 stat. I mean, both mid laners played a splendid game here so far. Let's see, Todak moving on towards the bot side. Perhaps looking, waiting for the right engage. Use with the circling eagle on towards Kyrie here. No follow-up damage just yet. Is this the right move here from side of Todak? Overcommitment, perhaps? They are still patiently waiting as Lord is marching top side.
Yeah, Kyrie's still able to get that orange buff, so that is a little win for Onic at this point. They're able to clear out the Lord as well in that top side, but Todak's gold lead is climbing up until this point. 4,000 already. And you can see the Radiant armor being built by Momo to anticipate the damage that Drian can have. And we're going to see exactly how this pans out. Who is going to have the option to get a pick off? Onic Esports trying to go on for Yums, but he's just uncatchable at this point.
He is uncatchable here at this point. And well, Todak with this lead, it seems like they might be able to Oh, Kyrie needs to be careful. Set up here by Boone and Yums. Well, a very disciplined play here as he waits for Chiku, guys, and then goes for the play. 3v1 is just too much here, Kyrie. Deleted in the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, well, what is he trying to do? I guess he is trying to catch up with the gold disparity, but that's not the way to do it. I mean, no vision whatsoever. Most of his teammates were in the bottom side. How did he not expect them to be in the top side? He's overestimating how tanky he is on the Fredrin. But you can see here Boots trying to zone away the members. CW trying to get those weakness points onto Yums. Yums still able to kite away for now. And this is just going to be a recurring theme as we're going to take a look at the items.
Seems like your CW forced to build that silence robe. Why? Because again, the pressure from Phoveus and Moon is just a little bit too much. But if we're talking about items, he has that Corrosion Scythe and as well as DHS. And to add to that, he has that Windtalker. So perhaps triggering weakness points might be faster. But then again, Chiku, guys, almost at full items as well. 100 Strike, Malefic Roar, and as well as VOD. Damage output-wise, Chiku, guys, huge, massive. Onic Esports needs to be aware of this guy.
They have to be aware, and CW also has to be aware not just of the magical damage output that can come from Todak, but also the utility, because Momo was able to secure that Ice Queen wand. So the slow is going to be very evident when he goes in for those demonic forces or even his other skills. But in the bottom side, Boots, he's gonna be taken down in a 2v1 situation right before the Lord. A perfect setup for Todak as they are one member ahead. And this is gonna be a green light if they want to commit onto this. But CW actually gets a crossbow of Tang onto Moon. Some compensation on the board as they're gonna look for more. Yums is going to be the target here. The Circling Eagle trying to buy a little bit more time. CW trying to get anything he can onto the members, but that's going to be another member taken down. Todak, what are you doing? They're throwing at this point. 2 members already off the board here. Kyrie trying to do what he can in that jungle area, in the Lord pit. And we're going to see in a 1v3, can he steal the Lord?
Let's see here, 4v3 in this Lord. Kyrie trying to find the Retribution steal. And will he get it? He gets it! Todak now, they are in trouble. Yums, low HP. Momo caught in 4 members of the 4 Cupines here. Guiding Weight is there, but the damage is just too much. He gets taken down with this Lord push. Onic Esports now, they have not just equalized. They might be ahead turret-wise as well. Let's see.
One moment of consecutive misplays from Todak is going to change the course of the game. Onic Esports now have the dominance and pressure on towards the map. You can see all 3 lanes are pushing the Enhanced Lord in that top side as they are going to be able to get a lot of things on the board. The infrastructures have fallen one by one. and the dominance that Todak have built from that early game instantly taken back as Kyrie is able to get the buff away from Rival on top of everything that is going on.
The position this guy brings to the table might be too much for the Malaysian side, but now it's a reset for both teams here. Todak manages to take care of the Lord, but let's count the turrets here. 6-4, still spacing. Todak is still in favor, but then again, Onic Esports with the items equipped here. Again, CW not far behind of Chiku, guys. So again, damage output, Onic Esports, they are ready for war.
That's what I was talking about, even from the drafts, right? I told you, if Onic Esports are put in a position where they're behind, they need to be able to punish CW, and more than once. Because you see, he's still able to get a grasp, but Yums, he might be caught here. Nuran Blast is going to be not connect. Yums is... He's going to get taken down. That's all I can say at this point.
I mean...
What's going on?
He put out everything. Flicker, Circling Eagle as well, but still...
Immortal pops.
Could not escape from the pressure from Onic Esports. That is Onic Esports there. One small mistake can definitely capitalized by this team. And now we are seeing that Todak here, they are on the they are playing this rather carefully now. Cannot go overzealous. Let's see here, the battle of the jungle is here, Kyrie and Rival. I want to hear your thoughts. Viewers, who do you support now? Onic or Todak? Spam it again in the live chats. 18 minutes in. And take a look at the damage dealt there. Chiku guys still on top. Onic Esports though, not far behind. Oh my god. It's gonna be reset 20 seconds to the next Lord. Let's see.
Yeah, Moon not far behind on the damage dealt, realizing he was able to get that Holy Crystal very earlier on as well. So the magic power definitely being felt. He also has the item for the penetration, and we saw time and time again that he was able to get a lot of pickoffs on the board. I mean, look at his KDA, 512 already, very positive. With as well the spell that he has opted to go for, which is the Petrify, additional CC, when he goes in and tries to target his enemy. And there's a lot of heroes that actually he can target, but Moon?
Oh my god, a slight misplay
Cast
again. A cast circus perhaps. He went in on towards two members there. And I mean, that is a misplay. 5v4 now as the Lord spawns. Bad timing. Todak, they are behind in gold, and now they are going to be behind on turrets as well here as the mid-tier 2 is going to fall very, very soon. And remember, Dirna, this is the Evolved Lord.
Evolved Lord for Onic Esports, uncontested, with a perfect setup, being able to get Moon off the board. Todak didn't want to commit onto that. They didn't want to lose more members. They didn't want to risk it, especially now that we're entering the 20th minute of the game where those countdown on those timers are going to start to get really heavy.
See, Onic Drian here will claim that purple buff, so I guess he wants to spam those skills. To add to that, he has that enchanted talisman, so again, the cooldown reduction is definitely there here. So let's see the offense both from Onic Esports and the defense from Todak.
How are they going to do this? What does Todak need to do? They need to be able to pick off CW somehow. And of course, Drian, but Boots, look at that. He's able to just absorb so much damage, be the sandbag of it all. But he also deals a lot of damage too. So what is he supposed to do? All three lanes are crashing at the same time. Perfectly balanced by Onic Esports in the way that they're going about their siege. Todak, perhaps with the final defense.
Well, Racer top side will definitely fall here. Onic Esports looks for the mid here. Todak trying to defend that one. Blue needs to be careful. Lord still at 20 of 15,000 HP. So let's see. They need to take care of that very, very soon. Now, not all out war here in the mid side. Momo is that demonic force trying to find CW. Will he get it? Triggering the crossbow attack perhaps very, very soon. But the Nuran Blast catches one as Momo in the backside will fall. 4v5, 4v4. Kyrie caught as well. And Moon is trying to escape. Manages to do so. 3 base turrets though for the price of Kyrie.
You have 1-1 trade, but it's not going to stop here. A flicker force from Chiku guys at the moment, and he was the center target from the damage coming in from Drian. And once again, though, Onic Esports, they don't want to overcommit. They are playing the safe game, and they are going to look for the blue buff instead. They're going to take it away from Todak for the moment. But this is looking quite grim for Todak.
You're right. But do note this, right? If Crossbow Tang has been triggered, a lot of Winner's Truncheon actually to cancel that Crossbow Tang. I noticed that Yumes and as well as Momo has that Winner's Truncheon, so again, that Crossbow Tang will be instantly nullified. Let's see though the approach. Onic Esports now, 22 minutes in. They are ahead in gold and as well as turrets.
I mean, we can't discount the damage coming in from Drian too, right? Because I'm actually curious to take a look at his items at this point. He should have the glowing wand by now, and against these members from Todak, that's going to be quite felt, right? Especially Martis on Rival, Momo on the Phobius. That's going to hurt in the late game, even though it's not as flashy as the Crossbow of Tang in terms of that damage.
See here, 2v1, 2v2 very soon. Demonic Force pops, Flame Shot as well. Momo now trying to soak in the damage and deal damage as well. Is this the right move as he is very low? He gets taken down. Monster kill for CW. Now Boots moving on towards the backside as Todak realizing that they lost a member. They will not commit to a fight, but the Lord, let's see.
Yeah, I mean, all that while that was happening, it seems like it was kind of a distraction for Rival to try and pick up the Lord, but it does seem like Onic Esports have actually picked up on this. Boots trying to buy enough time, trying to zone away the members. The torn apart memory barely does damage onto him at this point, and now it is actually going to be Todak being zoned away. Onic Esports have shifted their focus onto the Lord. Rival still in the vicinity. They need to be able to zone him away if they don't want to give a risk onto the steal, but Moon still survives at this point. CW gets popped up onto Rival in the top side, and the Noomnom Blast is gonna hit onto two members!
Oh my god, an all-out war top side, Immortal Pop for Tiku, guys. He is in trouble. He gets taken down, and now with 5 members, Onic Esports, Todak with the full disengage. Without their main damage dealer, they cannot do much. And as again, just like the earlier exchange, it's gonna be the last Lord. It's gonna be a free Lord for Onic Esports.
A free Lord for Onic Esports here in the 20th minute, but look at this. Yumes and Rival, I think they're gonna play for something. They're going in for the risk. Is it going to pay off? Circling Eagle onto CW in the back line. CW is gonna have and be able to pop that crossbow of Tang. You can see that the Winter Truncheon is going to buy him a little bit more time. The Immortal gets popped, but it is just going to delay the inevitable 2 versus 1. What can Yumes do at this point? And that is going to be another member taken down. Look at the death timers. Onic, 5-man strong versus only 3 members from Todak. They are going to look for the final push.
Let's see here. Can Todak withstand the Lord push? 5 members. Kyrie opening up vision, giving information as well here. 4 members will be defending this one as Yumes. Death timer 25 seconds, so let's see. Rival trying to open them up and clear the map as well. Momo trying to distract, but it seems like it's a little bit too much. Samo finds the flank with that Newman Blast, but the base again is just too exposed, and one by one, to adding salt to the wound. The members from Todak gets taken down as Onic Esports strike first in our second semifinals.